What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing our first episode on our 2003 Project R1. The first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be end up taking off this lower cowl. I want to get some engine degreaser all over there and spray everything to get it squeaky clean. So I'm going to take this off quick, and then we'll get this outside so we can spray it on there, let it sit, and then we'll hose it off.
A few moments later.
All right, so I stripped the majority of the bike. I took off the front cowl. That thing is totally shot. It just literally fell off once I took off the side panels. But I did notice some more damage to the bike, which I didn't see before in the damage assessment. Obviously, as you can see, the headlight housing is cracked and broke. It's held on like by a zip tie of some sort. Somehow they zip tied that part. Same with over here, that's shot. I mean, I did notice this crack over here, so whatever. This headlight's done. That thing's gonna just ended up getting tossed out. But okay, not too big of a deal. I wanted to strip it down anyway. I had to do this when we install our full system. It'll be a lot easier. We'll take off the radiator and whatnot. But as you can see, this exhaust is toast. Like, I've never seen these things cracked so bad before. But yeah, this thing was just held on literally by a bunch of hose clamps and just crazy. But yeah, that's why it sounds like total crap when you heard the thing start in the damage assessment video. So anyway, all right, so since this is all out now I'll take it off the lift and bring it outside and start getting that engine degreaser going. All right, so we got the bike outside. You can kind of get a better look at this thing. Yeah, that thing is just cracked right off on the exhaust. But the underside's a little bit dirty, not horrible. So like I said, here's the good old engine degreaser. We'll spray this on there, and then we'll let it sit for like 15 minutes, and then we'll just spray it off. Just want to get all up in here clean, so that when we take our radiator off, we have clean surface. We want it to look good. It's really not that bad, to be honest with you. All right, so 15 minutes has passed, and the temperature is actually decent. It's like mid-40s right now, so we're actually gonna give this thing special treatment, power wash it, and get all the crap off of it. All right, guys, back on the lift. Obviously, you saw we power washed it, and look at how good that came out. Woo-wee, man, that is clean. Way better than it was before. So since that's all set, now we'll start the bike up, and then we'll get the oil changed. All right, we got the bike hot enough. Now we're going to drain the oil, and we will get all that old crap out of there. All right, so the bike is clean. We got the oil change done, so that is all set. Obviously, a new oil filter is on there, Yamaha, of course, OEM. And now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to install this battery charging wire harness. It's basically a little extension so that when your seat is on, obviously you can charge it without having to take off the seat. This thing was like $6 on Amazon. It works really, really well. If you guys want to get one of these, go to the link in the description below. It will be under the motorcycle parts, and it will say cheapest battery extension. But yeah, that's $6 for this thing. You can't go wrong. And if you have Amazon Prime, the shipping's free. So let's go install this really quick. I do like to run it on this left side, kind of by over here, because that way, if sometimes when you're starting your bike in the winter, the exhaust is on that side, and if you're running the wire, it could possibly burn it. And this way it has a better chance of living on this side. So we'll run it through here, down over here, and we'll put it right there. So give me 1 sec and I'll go throw this on there. All right, so that's all set. Now we can put our seat back on. I'm actually missing one of the little metal things that goes into the seat on this side, so I'll have to order one of those. But for now, at least we could just put the seat back on so this thing is not hanging around. That way it won't get ripped. I'll put the bolts back on there, obviously, and I'll have to get that little metal washer. Let me see if yeah, you can see it right there. I'm missing that on that side right there. It's not needed. I could just use a regular washer, but I'm trying to do this thing right. So I think I'm going to end up getting one. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to end up getting the scratches out of the stator cover. Obviously, I got to go through the grits. We're going to start low, and we'll start working our way up just to get this thing nice and flush so it's not all rashed up and scraped. It's going to take a bit, but that's all right. The cover is still definitely salvageable. It's not leaking at all, so we're perfectly good there. That's what's good about these OEM covers. Like literally, these things you get rash like this, you can sand it down and paint it, and it'll be perfectly fine. All right, so let's go start on this cover. I'm going to first start with the 60 grit because this rash is pretty bad. Obviously, any type of rash that you have is going to be like that. So we'll start using the 60 grit and try to get the remainder of most of these deep scratches out. So I think that should be good for the 60 grit. I think I'm going to actually do this off camera because it's just kind of a boring process, but you'll see kind of how it looks now, and then we'll get this thing flawless without any rash on it. But I'll show you that later. What I want to do now is actually change out these stock bar ends. The stock bar ends are actually pretty good, but I want to get something different, and it's something that the S1000RR has on both my bikes. These are the lever guards. So they make a pair that looks just like this, but it doesn't have the M, and obviously it's for the Yamaha. So let me go take these off real quick. And here they are. As you can see, they look exactly the same as the ones on the BMW. It's the same exact design. This part, it's kind of weird. This thing goes into there, that goes in there, and then there's a screw right there that goes into there. And then it just bolts right onto the bike. And it actually fits pretty decently, so let me go throw these on. All right, and we are all set. So the left side is a tiny bit short with the OEM lever, but that's all right. It just barely touches it for the most part. But obviously, if you got a shorty pair, you wouldn't have that problem. I think we're going to go with a different set of levers than OEM. I actually like the OEMs. They're good. I'll probably run them for a bit, but I think I will change them out. But either way, this lever guard looks pretty good. I like the R1 engravement right there. That's pretty sweet. And obviously the brakes, the brake side is good. There is no problem there with fitment. That's actually perfect. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these things. It's going to look pretty sick on the bike, especially when all the fairings are back on. I think we got to get rid of this thing, guys. This thing's going to be going. So, all right, we got the block all cleaned up, looking good, nice and clean. We got a fresh oil change in her. We got the new lever guards on here. They serve as two things. They're supposed to work for vibration and obviously protect you if you're on the track or if someone accidentally hits your bike. It should protect your brake lever and your clutch lever. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Make sure you stay tuned, guys, because we are going to be ripping this thing off next, and I am really excited to do that. This video has actually been pushed back a little from when I wanted to post it just because of the fact of how long I was polishing the exhaust, but it came out really good. So you guys are definitely going to be pumped to see it. All right, guys, so make sure you stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.